It's Madden NFL 22, and we've got a showdown in the NFC West. It's the Cardinals and the 49ers, and it comes your way next.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago. This crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the man from Notre Dame. At quarterback, it's Ian Book.
If you just break it down in individual terms, he played really well last week. 0 interceptions, 3 touchdown passes. Not a whole lot more he could have done to win that game. But you know something's funny, when we talked to him, all he focused on were throws he missed, other opportunities that didn't get done.
Good sign of a leader.
Great sign of a leader because they didn't win, and that's all he cares about.
They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for on first. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. In last week's game for Kittle, there are the numbers. 7 catches, 77 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Brook from the gun on 3rd down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. A handoff for Etienne.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
And some space here. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley. When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They go play action here on 1st down. That's going to be caught. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Niners have taken the early lead. extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Yeah, difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Well, this defense for the Niners, they were terrific a week ago.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, and this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive.
And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
And this is caught. It's Brown. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up.
Humming here in the early going.
They try and run on 1st down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. On play action, they'll throw. This will be caught by Brown. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Niners are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken at the goal line.
And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
Cook now to throw on 1st down.
Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
throw is booked. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Take it at the 37. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he will find his man, Samuel. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the line. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Working out of the gun. Here's Book. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
They'll begin here with Adams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there. As that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cards are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Jeremy Chin able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Book. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 30. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. This will be caught. It's Samuel. Touchdown! Curtis Samuel in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Headed to the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it. That can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And able to get this out to the 25. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they've played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, and when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. Now the playoffs are just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to down-focus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten, and they need to make sure they keep it in that order.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. On 1st down, this is Adams. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 55 rushing yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up second down. On the ground, right side, it's Adams. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Dancing to his left. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Niners take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Koo now for the point after.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
They'll run. It's Etienne.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 40 now on second down. Book.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Book now. They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string the...
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Looking to throw. Clifton steps away to his left. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Completes it to Samuel. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. Back now here in Santa Clara. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. It's his 8th rushing touchdown on the campaign and 10th overall. And the Niners add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. 5 plays there on that drive, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The football going back over to Arizona now. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Uses the stiff arm. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk, 83 yards.
And the Cardinals are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
And talk about a quick answer. This looked like a missed assignment. You'd think someone would be able to rein him in after he makes his catch, but he's so slippery in the open field, he's able to take it all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Curtis Samuel and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we...
There he goes, right side. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field.
124 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Buying time to his left. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. With touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the 49ers have 11-0 in their sights as they add on to their lead.
They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
And I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
But to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
They'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Now Book.
That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Escaping the pressure right. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. Draw play, ETN. Room here to run. And finally they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 8. A great call there and a big run on the draw. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll drop to throw. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Back to throw here. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. They find themselves open for an easy touchdown.
Gonzalez good on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 135 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Once more, Adams on 1st down. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football up a triple option, you've actually called that play.
On 1st down, Adams. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. That one looks like he'll throw here. Forced out to his left. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Coup for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Throwing on second and long. Book. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off at his own 10. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do.